Understanding the moon phases. Earth has just one moon, roughly a quarter the size of the Earth. The moon does not shine with its own light. It simply reflects light coming from the sun. Have you ever wondered what causes the moon phases? We all know that its appearance changes over time. But why? Moon cycle divided into 8 primary moon phases: new moon, waxing crescent, first quarter, waxing gibbous, and full moon. Then waning gibbous, third quarter, waning crescent. So it is the full cycle of the moon which happens every month. The good way to understand the phase of the moon is to examine an earth moon sun diagram. This picture may look a little bit complex at first, but it is easy to understand. In this picture, sunlight is coming from the right side. The Earth, of course, is at the center of this diagram. The Moon is shown at 8 phases during its revolution around the Earth, and the name is shown alongside the image. The dotted line from the Earth to the Moon represent your line of sight when looking at the Moon. Now let's talk about new moon. This phase is named because it starts a new lunar cycle. The new moon occurs when the moon is positioned between the earth and sun, and they are closest together in the sky. From our point of view, the moon appears totally dark. We cannot see it because we are facing the moon shadow side, which does not receive any direct sunlight. Next phase is waxing crescent. This phase happens between the new moon and the first quarter phases. At the beginning of this stage, we see a thin crescent shaped moon. After the new moon, the sunlit portion is increasing but less than half. It is called waxing crescent. Next phase is first quarter. The first quarter moon, often called a half moon. It happens when the moon is perpendicular to the earth and sun. So we are seeing completely half of the moon light up and half in shadow. Next phase is waxing gibbous. This phase occurs between the first quarter and full moon and describe the moon when it is more than half lit but not yet fully. The sunlit portion is still increasing but now it is more than half. This phase is called waxing gibbous. Next phase is full moon. At this time on full moon, the sun and moon are in opposition, meaning that they are farthest apart in the sky. But the moon is on the opposite side of the earth. So the entire sunlit part of the moon is facing us and the shadow portion of moon is entirely hidden from view. Next, waning gibbous. This phase occurs between the full and third quarter and describe the moon when it is more than half lit but not fully. As the day passes, the lit area shrinks until the third quarter phase. After the full moon, the light continuously decreases. Next phase, third quarter. At this point, the moon has traveled 3/4 of the way through its orbit and has just one more quarter to complete one revolution. This stage is sometimes also called last quarter. At this stage, we see half of the moon surface lit, so we are seeing exactly half of the moon light up and half in shadow. Next phase is waning crescent. This phase occurs between the last quarter and new moon phases. The lit area slowly shrinks each day, covering less and less of the moon surface until it looks like a very thin crescent on the left side. After a few days, the entire disk will be in darkness, at which point It will be the new moon phase and another lunar cycle will have begun. Remember, the moon rotates on its own axis at the same rate that its orbit around the earth. That means we always see the same side of the moon from our position on earth. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any question, do let me know in my comment box. Thank you.